My next guest is coming off an impressive unanimous decision victory over Andre Fili back at UFC Fight Night on Halloween night. It is Bryce Mitchell joining me here on the program. Bryce, how's it going, buddy?
Thank you for having me, brother. I've been great.
That's good to hear, man. So good to catch up with you. I know you've been super busy. You don't have a ton of time, so I really appreciate the time. Before we talk about the fight, I wanted to talk about the camo shorts, man. That was so cool that Reebok did that for you. I got to know, were you surprised that they actually did it, or were you expecting them to do it with the amount of pressure you're putting on them?
I was surprised that they folded so quickly. I really thought it would take a lot longer. And but I think it was because the fans was giving them so much hell. I mean, you should have seen all the stuff on Twitter and Instagram. They were going after Reebok. All the fans were. They wanted to see it, and so it wasn't just me out there wanting them. It was a lot of people, and so that's why they had to eventually give in.
Yeah, no, it was really cool to see in there with the custom shorts and everything like that. What a performance that was, man. Andre Fili, a vet, you went in there and you did a great job. I know you weren't super happy with your performance overall, but were you happy at least to get that experience fighting a vet like Andre Fili and, having that on your resume?
Definitely. I think, like you said, it's just another good thing on my resume. If I was trying to pad my record, of course, I'd take an easier fight and be happy with the win. But man, when you fight a guy like Andre Fili, he's gonna make you fight. It ain't gonna be easy. He's no pushover. Even the people that beat him, he was giving them hell before he got beat. You know what I'm saying? And he only loses to top guys in their close fights. So, like you said, it's better for my resume. Experience-wise, to have him on there better than just padding my record, getting an easy win. But there's some stuff that I learned for sure that's going to make me a better fighter from that.
Was there anything about Andre that surprised you in the fight?
I was surprised by his ability to bridge and roll so well. Because that seems to be his number one defense on the ground, and I just said, man, he ain't going to bridge and roll me. And 2 or 3 times he bridge and rolled me. I mean, he's got a phenomenal bridge and roll. He times it very well. And I think I know how to counter that if we were to fight again. I think after I've done an assessment of things that I did wrong, and I think like you said, I'm better off of that fight, since having it. So it's good for me.
I know we got COVID and everything going on. How did you celebrate after the fight? Because I know you can't really go out and do your normal stuff. How did you enjoy the evening?
I just went back to the hotel and just chilled. I had to ice my hand and. My face was fucked up, but it was worth it, man. I'm just healing up real slow, but I can open my fingers and move them now and shit. So I'm getting back to where I'm gonna be going in the gym pretty soon. I mean, maybe a couple months, but it's gonna take me like a year to just get back to where I was after I got physical therapy and all that shit to do. So it's gonna take me a little while. But I am looking forward to it. It's going to happen.
Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong. You're still in school, correct? Like on top of all your training?
I've actually graduated from school. I got a degree in economics. And hopefully I never have to use it.
Right.
But I just like talking about economics, and I like studying it, and I like knowing it. And it's just really the more economics you know in today's age, the more saddened and depressed you will be, because you see all of the bad things that government intervention is doing in our economy, and you really don't have any control over it. But, at least I know some stuff about economics. I like free markets. I like Keynesian economics. It's Austrian economics, whatever. Or Austrian economics. I don't like the Keynesian economics. I'm a free market guy. I want the government out of my business, out of my money. And generally, the government intervening in things doesn't do anything good for the economy. It's generally bad.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. Totally agree there. So when did you actually graduate? Refresh my memory, because I feel like I knew you were close, I think, the last time we spoke.
I think probably about a year ago, maybe 6 months.
Oh, wow, then I've really been out of the loop. Well, either way, congrats, man. I think that's amazing.
I think it was 6 months. I can't
Okay,
even
gotcha.
Man, I can't even keep track of time.
No, listen, I don't blame you, man. You fight for a living, so it's you got a lot of other stuff on your plate. So, kind of what you're saying there with healing up. When would you look to return? When are you looking to have your next fight?
Man, it might be a little while. I just want to heal up and do it properly, and just do it the right way. I don't want to come back too quick and then break my damn hand again, and then it'd be another even longer recovery. But I'm confident I can heal my hand up, recover it back to full strength, and then I'll go back in there. But I don't know. I've never broke my hand before, so I don't know how long it's going to take or anything.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. So you're just gonna, you don't want to rush into it. I mean, this is your career you're talking about. You need your hands, right? So obviously, no need to step back in there too soon. I mean, by the sounds of it, I'm guessing maybe summer next year. Is that even like too far? Or I guess you need to see a doctor and kind of get a better timeline here, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see a doctor because my doctor said in 3 months I can go back to light training, and my light training is pretty fucking brutal too. So it's like I don't even think I can even actually do my light training in 3 months. But all I know is that I can do this and I can open it up further than I did yesterday. And so that's a plus, so every day I'm seeing improvement, and what else can you ask for? I'm getting better every day. And I think I'll fight again.
Hunting and stuff, like I know obviously that's a big part of what you do. Is that hindering things right now just with the one hand?
Well, I'm gonna take my old lady hunting and let her shoot one, and I can shoot one off my elbow like that. I can put the gun on my elbow, but it's not the same as holding it. So I'm gonna wait to shoot one. I'm just gonna let my old lady shoot one and then sit with her while she does it. But I shot one not too, so I don't have to go hunting right now, and I got a call coming in. I'm going to decline that. Okay.
No worries. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. At least you can get to do a bit of hunting, because I know that you'd probably go crazy if you couldn't do that, right? I mean, that's a big part of what you like doing.
Right. Absolutely. And actually, I've got some butchering to do here either tomorrow or the next day. Can you hear that music?
A little bit.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Music turned on in the truck.
It's all good.
But we were talking about hunting. Oh, and me and my old lady, we got a hog. We went in on a hog, and it's been staying at my buddy's. We're gonna butcher it like tomorrow or the next day. We're about to have a freezer full of pork, and then we're gonna go shoot a deer and then make sausage out of that. And man,
you'll be set for the winter, right?
Absolutely, man. So
good for you, man.
We've got big plans for stocking up on meat. I'm not letting this hand slow me down.
Yeah, no, good for you. And I guess in terms of a next opponent, you just obviously got to wait till you can actually know when you're going to fight again, right? But a name that I've brought up before, and I know you guys have had some history, Dan Ige. Is that a fight that you still want, or is that ship sailed long ago?
I'll fight him just whenever, I think even one hand, like if he came up on me in my front yard, I think I could probably whoop his ass with one hand or half a hand right here. I could still get this around his fucking neck if he wants to talk shit about me. But, it's going to be a long time before I go into the cage again. But he was talking shit like he was wanting to come fight me in my front yard, so that's up to him. But the cage fight, it's probably going to be a little while, at least next year. I mean, because I can't even open my hand all the way, so it's going to be at least next year. But so many of those fights depend on how their fights go. Dan Ige might go on a 3-fight win streak, and he might go on a 3-fight lose streak, and same with everybody. So we won't be able to tell until I'm healthy who I'm going to be able to fight. But I'm excited about it as well.
Yeah, no, the division could look differently by the time you get back in, but obviously someone ranked higher, because I mean you got a big win there, so it's only upwards and onwards, right?
Yeah, and there's so many good guys too. I mean, every damn one of those guys, top 15, just killers. It's a really packed division in my opinion.
What was it like getting a fight on the same card as Anderson Silva, who might end up retiring after this fight?
Well, I hope he does end up retiring. He's done everything that there is to do in the sport, plus more. Mm-hmm. And it was quite an honor to be the fight right before him. That was pretty badass.
Well, it's well deserved, man.
yeah, I grew up watching him, and whenever I was little, I didn't really like him because he was just beating all my favorite people, and he would dance afterwards. And it wasn't until like to years later until I like really, really started liking him a lot. I always respected him, but it just took me years to finally come around and like him. And now I'm a huge fan of him. But first he was beating all my favorite guys and dancing on them, and so I didn't like him.
Okay. And last question, and most important question in this interview: when are you going back on Theo Von's podcast?
He has hollered at me, and we spoke before the fight. He was wanting me to do a little quick interview before the fight, but I didn't want to just because he got all that stuff and the weight cut. But he'll probably holler at me, and he moved to Nashville too, so just whenever he hollers at me. But it's no rush because I'm always working on something. Like today, I'm getting new tires and just a bunch of stuff like that. So I'm always doing something.
Bryce, thanks so much for doing this, man. I know you got a million things to do. I always appreciate talking to you, man. It's been fun watching your journey, man. We've been doing this before you were on Tough, so it's been really cool to see you rise up. Hopefully the hand heals up soon. And if there's anyone you want to thank or any sponsors you want to plug or any social media, I'll give you the last word here.
After that fight, they didn't give me a post-fight interview. Like, it's kind of weird how they rushed you out of the cage on that.
I know, I didn't like that.
I didn't like it either. I was confused. I didn't really think that it was a post-fight interview. I thought they just cut the post-fight. So I want to thank Realtree because I didn't get to do that in the post-fight interview. So I want to thank Realtree and all my sponsors. I'm at Arch Street Wheel and Tire right now getting taken care of, getting some tires on my truck. Arch Street Wheel and Tires. So if you need some, go there if you're in, near the Little Rock area. But thank you so much for your time as well, man. I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to watching this interview. I have to watch them back afterwards, make sure I didn't say anything stupid.
You said everything good here, man. It's always a pleasure. I like the honesty, man. That's one of the things you get. What you see is what you get with Bryce Mitchell when it comes to the interview. So I appreciate that, man.
I appreciate you, brother.